sex trafficking case spearheaded by the Southern District of New York.
Comparisons have been made between Combs and Robert Kelly, more often known as R. Kelly. Both highly successful music artists, rose to fame in the 1990s. They even did a song together called Satisfy You. And accusations of misconduct and illicit activity with underage girls, they dogged R. Kelly for years, with one of the earliest civil lawsuits being filed in 1996, when a woman stated that when she was 15 years old, R. Kelly, who was 24, not only had sex with her, but also encouraged her to bring her young friends to see him. And of course, Kelly's relationship with R&B sensation Aaliyah has long been scrutinized. Kelly married Aaliyah when she was 15. He was 27. After allegedly having sexual contact with her for years leading up to the marriage, he was ultimately annulled. And we know that in the end, Kelly was convicted. He was convicted of child pornography, racketeering, and yes, sex trafficking charges in 2 states. Multiple cases. Sentenced to 31 years in prison.
Hasn't sold his soul to the Illuminati for fame or money. Speaking of people who sold their souls, Young Miami is now being accused of selling her soul to Diddy and being one of his accomplices. For context, Young Miami appeared in Lil Rod's lawsuit when Lil Rod accused her cousin of improper behavior with him, which he didn't consent to. On Monday, March 25th, Lil Rod added 25 additional pages of information to the lawsuit, and this addition implicates Young Miami as one of Diddy's, circle. The document accuses Young Miami of being Diddy's supplier of a substance called pink or 2, which is a combination of coke and ecstasy. Diddy allegedly has a taste for this substance, and his designated mule for transporting the stuff is a man named Brendan Paul, who is supposedly a former Syracuse University basketball player.
Caught and cuffed on camera. New police body camera footage obtained by CBS News Miami shows the moment 25-year-old Brendan Paul, an alleged drug mule for music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, was arrested for possession of cocaine and marijuana candies Monday at the Opa-locka Executive Airport. Diddy has been hit with 5 lawsuits over the last 4 months, accusing the rapper of sexual assault, sex trafficking, and abuse. The latest lawsuit, filed on behalf of music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones, accuses Diddy of sexually assaulting, harassing, and drugging him and others, saying Mr. Combs provided laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his home in California, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Florida, and St. Bartholomew. The lawsuit goes on to say that during this time, Mr. Jones was forced to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts to the pleasure of Mr. Combs.
I have a feeling that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
The document then says Brendan is not the only one who transports this product for Diddy. Young Miami also does sometimes. It reads, plaintiff and the Combs Rico enterprise were rehearsing for something in the Water Festival in Virginia. Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of in his dressing room. Defendant Sean Combs wanted but Brendan forgot it, so defendant Christina Coram called Young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. Young Miami is also accused of being on Diddy's payroll as an S-worker. Upon information and belief, defendants Lucian Charles Grange, in his capacity as CEO of UMG, authorized Motown Records and Universal Music Group to provide financial resources to defendants Sean Combs and Love Records through wire transfers to defendants Sean Combs and Love Records accountant Robin Greenhill. Upon information and belief, Ms. Greenhill ensured the wiring, funds transfer, or cash payments to S-workers were completed. According to Plaintiff Jones, defendant Sean Combs bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend. According to Plaintiff Gines, the women who received these payments are Caresha Romeka Brownlee, aka Young Miami, Jade Ramey, aka Jade, Daphne Joy Cervantes Narvaez, aka Daphne Joy, who were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' S-workers. Now, Young Miami has not directly addressed any of these allegations, but she has been on Twitter dropping a couple of, weird tweets. First, she said, "This finna be a fun summer." Then, in another tweet, someone asked, "Where Caresha at?" And she replied, "Right here. What's up?" A lot of people felt like Young Miami was kind of maybe a bit too excited for someone who was just implicated in a lawsuit that has the feds all over it. Added to that, Young Miami LMAO, Caresha called the feds. What's even more interesting about this whole Diddy situation is the creepy message Suge Knight left for Diddy from jail. Suge basically told Diddy that he needs to be careful and his life is in danger because of the secrets he knows and the little secret room they participated in.
I'll tell you what, puppy. Your life's in danger. Because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So, You know they're gonna get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy gets booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Gavin steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good luck when it comes to culture of hip hop and for our community, our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. Puffy, I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one. Because if you squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
From what Suge said, folks assume Diddy must have some very damaging information about certain figures in the industry that might cost him his life, especially if he ends up in prison. But as far as Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, is concerned, Diddy will never be in jail because he won't be able to handle it. In a recent interview, Gene said Diddy would much rather off himself than go to jail.
And you knowing him, do you think it's possible that he might commit?
When you're a narcissist, there's always a possibility because you're suffering. But I don't think that he can see himself in a cage. I don't think he can see himself behind those bars in those type of situations. It's too many real dudes that dislike him. But then again, there's a lot of real dudes that need help. And him being behind bars, he can probably help him.
Now, we don't know if Diddy is actually going to face
One of the prettiest motherfuckers. One of the prettiest motherfuckers. That's what got one of the prettiest motherfuckers.
You look so uncomfortable. You're like, wait, what?
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No, what's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Berman.
Eva Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. Tell them the story about how I adopted you. You still have beautiful parents that mature my child also. Please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Reports it's tied to allegations of sex trafficking here in New York. Good Day's